How many of you have a plastic bag at home that's stuffed with even more plastic bags?
I do.
Well, not only is it annoying, but it's also very harmful to our environment. I'm going to talk to you tonight and try to persuade you to stop using these plastic bags and use what I call a concept called BYOB, bring your own bag. I want to talk to you first about what happens to the bags that we use. Well, first of all, they can be recycled. Most grocery stores have a bin where you can take your bags to get recycled, and that's a great thing to do. However, many times recycling centers won't take these bags unless they're baled together, because the individual bags get stuck and wrapped around their recycling equipment, and it causes them time and hassle to take apart their recycling equipment. When they're not recycled, usually you will see them out in the environment somewhere as litter. And this is a picture of a tree in our backyard, actually, that has a blue plastic bag in it that I don't know where it came from. Another area that takes in plastic bags would be landfills. Now, plastic bags do not break down very easily, so they sit there in landfills for years. And it takes anywhere from 450 to 1,000 years for plastic bags to break down in the ground. They also end up in the ocean. What happens is they get blown into storm drains, they get carried to streams, rivers, and then those eventually run out to the ocean. And this picture isn't that good, but this is the ocean floor that has some bags stuck down around some plants down there. So I want to talk about what and who is affected. First of all, our Earth is affected. As you can see, not only is this unsightly, but bags are made out of petroleum and oil products. So as they eventually start to break down, those toxins leach into our soil. Marine life is greatly affected by plastic bags. As you can see, this bird got curious and got himself stuck into a plastic bag. And this happens to a lot of marine animals where they get suffocated. We also will see seals who got stuck with plastic bags wrapped around their necks, causing strangulation or suffocation. And this is a sea turtle that found a piece of a plastic bag, and ingesting it can cause choking, suffocation, but it can also interfere with their digestive processes. And by, the harmful effects on the marine animals, it not only harms them, but it can destroy entire ecosystems. How can you help? Well, obviously you can help clean up. When you see bags or something lying around, it's a great idea just to pick them up and recycle. Drop them off at the grocery store and try to recycle them. You could also reuse your bags. Sometimes the plastic bags you could reuse, not the ones you find outside, obviously, but the ones that you might come home from the grocery store with, reuse those a couple times. Sometimes the grocery store will give you credits, like a couple of cents. But some alternatives that we could use paper bags, which are good, that you can recycle those and reuse those. However, those are not completely biodegradable either. It takes some time. They usually end up in landfills also if they do not get recycled, and they need air. They need air and light to break down, and you don't get a lot of that in a landfill. There are biodegradable bags, but there's not that many on the market right now. The ones that are there are very expensive. So one of the best options that we have right now are reusable bags. Now, if you would use a reusable cloth bag, such as this one, this is a nylon bag, and I got this from the Gap, and I use this a lot. But by using these bags, it keeps the toxins of the plastic bags from leaching into the ground, which will eventually affect us. And also, it also keeps it out of the food chain, especially in the marine area. As these, like the phytoplankton, some of the smaller marine life, they eat some of these plastic pieces. It gets into them. They're eaten by a larger marine animal, And it all goes up the food chain. And the humans that eat the fish are essentially digesting that same toxic material. So using cloth and recycling your bags and using reusable bags helps limit these toxins. Like I said, this is a nylon bag we have, and this is from the local grocery store. This is a cloth bag, and it also has insulation inside if you want to use it. If you would not have something like this, what I'd like you to do is log on to lifeisgood.com. They have these bags, which are recycled plastic. These are completely recycled materials that they use, and I've had this bag for about 7 years. They also have some nice cloth bags and different designs that you could buy as well. So what I'd like you to do as a challenge in the next couple of weeks is to stop using your plastic bags. Start taking your reusable bags with you when you go shopping. And remember that when you do go shopping, it's important to remember to BYOB. Bring your own bag.